Hello dear students and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to explain the last minute quick revision for all the lessons and poems. By listening to this you'll get the main idea about what you have to write in the exam, and mind it students, this is not the whole summary, it is just an overview. How to Live to be 200, this is a prose lesson which was written by Stephen Leacock, who was a Canadian writer. He writes funny essays and intelligent at the same time. So the author in this essay tries to joke about the people who follow very strict rules in life, like they avoid sweets, tea, and even laughing just to stay healthy and to live a long life. So the author says that if you try to live life like this, then it would be a life without fun, without joy, a joyless life. So according to the poet, happiness is more important than good health. The author just tries to remind us that we must enjoy life and not take things seriously. The essay is teaching us to live wisely, cheerfully, and without any fear. Next is Mallika Srinivasan. This is also a prose lesson. So Mallika Srinivasan is a successful Indian businesswoman and she is the CEO, that means Chief Executive Officer. This is the highest position in a company. So she works for the company TAFE, that is a tractor company that makes tractors. So Mallika Srinivasan, she studied in abroad, but when she came back after getting a degree, she joined her family business and she worked really hard to create a place for herself, and then she learned from company's experienced workers and slowly she proved her talent. She brought many new ideas in the company and she made very bold decisions also, like she bought another company as well. Right now, TAFE company is very successful all because of Mallika Srinivasan. But Mallika Srinivasan, she faced many losses, personal losses in her life, means her family members died. But she always stayed strong in life. She never gave up in life. She became an inspiration for everyone. Her courage, her leadership skills. So, from her story, we learn that we must always have a positive mind and then only we can get success. Next prose lesson is Ilyas. Ilyas' story is written by Leo Tolstoy. In this story, we learn that true happiness comes from peace and not from making money. So, the story is about a man named Ilyas and his wife, that is Shimshimagi. So, Ilyas was a poor man, but then later on he becomes rich after working very hard. But later on, at the age of 70, he lost everything, his wealth, his children, his animals. At that time, their neighbor was there. His name was Muhammad Shah. He helped them, and the couple started living a simple life. They worked, they rested, they prayed peacefully. One day, one guest comes to Muhammad Shah's house and he sees the couple. And the guest says that Ilyas was very rich man earlier. And then he asked, "Are you sad?" And then the wife of Ilyas said that we are happier now, better than when we were rich. So the story shows that we must live simple and honest life that brings real joy in life. Now poems. First poem is La Belle Dame's Mercy. So this poem is written by John Keats. In this there is a knight. A knight means a soldier who falls in love with a beautiful lady. So the lady is very magical. She smiles at him, she feeds him food, she makes him believe that she loves him. And then they both go for a ride and the knight feels very happy. The lady takes the knight to a cave and there she makes him sleep. And while sleeping, the knight he sees a dream, and in the dream he sees many kings, warriors, princes who are very tired and pale, and they all say this, that she has trapped you just like how she trapped us. When he wakes up, the lady is gone and the man feels weak and lonely. So, this poem shows that beauty and love can sometimes be very dangerous, and we must not trust anyone just based on their appearance. Next poem is O Captain, My Captain. This is written by Walt Whitman. This poem he has written to give respect, honor to Abraham Lincoln, who was the 16th US President, and he died during an American Civil War. So, this poem is just to give him respect after his death. So, in this poem, Walt Whitman he compares Abraham Lincoln. He says that he is the captain and America is the ship that has safely reached America back after a long journey, means after the Civil War. The people are very happy because the war is over, but the captain, who is Mr. Abraham Lincoln, he is dead. So the poet Walt Whitman, he feels a lot of pain in his heart and he keeps saying, fallen cold and dead. He just wishes that his captain would get up again and see the joy of his people, means see the happiness of the people. At the end of this poem, the poet has accepted the truth that his hero Abraham Lincoln has died, he has gone, and the poem teaches us that we must respect great leaders who sacrifice for their country. The next poem is The Solitary Reaper. This poem was written by William Wordsworth. He was a romantic poet who loved nature. The title, The Solitary Reaper. Solitary means alone. Reaper means a person who cuts the crops during the harvest time. So, Solitary Reaper in this poem is a girl who is cutting the crops in an agricultural field, and while she is cutting in the fields of Scotland, she is singing a sweet and sad song. Her voice is very nice and it has filled the whole valley. Valley means a water flow between the two hills. So, according to William Wordsworth, the girl's voice is more beautiful than a nightingale bird and a cuckoo bird. The poet could not understand the language in which she was singing, but he felt the sadness of the song. It touched the poet's heart very deeply. He was standing there for a long time. He heard the whole song, and then later on, when he moved away from that place, still he could hear the song, and the song stayed in his heart and mind. So the poet thinks that she is having a very sad memory, or maybe it's of the time of war that she is singing this song. He just assumes, okay? Next is additional readings. In additional reading, Jadav Payeng is an important topic. Any two additional readings you need to learn and go, students. It comes in bit number 10. So Jadav Payeng is called the forest man of India. He is from Assam. So Assam is a northeastern state in India where it is famous for tea, wildlife and also Brahmaputra river. So Jadav Payeng planted alone many years on an empty land. The dry place became a big green forest called Molai forest, and many animals like deer, elephant now live there, and he also got the Padma Shri award for his great work. His story teaches us that we must love and protect nature. Next additional reading is 5 space exploration missions to look out for in 2023. So basically what happened is that in 2023 many space missions were started, and this year became a space year, means famous for space research. So in this lesson they'll be telling us about different space missions. This lesson was written by space experts like Garrett Dorian and Ian Whittaker. Now I'll tell you about the different missions. First mission is JUICE mission that was started by Europe. They are going to study about Jupiter's moons. Jupiter, which is the planet. So there are 3 moons, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. So this mission will try to find out if there is life on Jupiter. So JUICE full form is Jupiter's Icy Moon Explorer. So they are going to reach Jupiter by the year 2031. Next mission is SpaceX Starship. So this is a strong rocket that can take people and materials to space. Third mission is the Dear Moon project. It can not only take astronauts but normal people also around the moon. Next is NASA's OSIRIS-REx. This mission has recently collected samples from space rock, that is Bennu, and learned about the solar system. Last one is Skyroot Aerospace. This mission was started by India and they are going to use 3D printed rockets to make space traveling easier and cheaper. So all these missions help us understand the space and traveling better and making it easier for the future. Last additional reading is organic farming gets a bad rap. Why it shouldn't? This is also a very important one, students. So this lesson was written by Raymond Orbach and this explains us why organic farming is good for people and our earth. Because in organic farming we do not use chemicals. Instead of using chemicals, we use compost. So compost is dead plants, leaves or kitchen waste food that is put in the plants so that the plants grow. And because of using compost, the soil remains healthy, means full of nutrients and full of life. So in our soil, there are earthworms and good bacteria also, which keep our soil healthy. So when we use compost, it is good for them also. So organic farming is very safe, it saves our money and it helps in the long run, means for a very long time, it helps the local farmers. It is best for animals and for the nature also. So the author is telling us to choose organic food, stay healthy and protect our planet. And it is the best way to grow food naturally. But the problem is that people think that it is expensive and they think that more crops won't be produced, but it is false. So students, we have come to the end of quick revision of all the lessons including additional readings. If you understood, then don't forget to hype my channel. Just now I've uploaded quick revision grammar. Do check it out students. Part 1 and part 2 both are uploaded and the playlist is given in the comment section. Stay tuned to my channel. I'll be uploading tips and tricks also. Paper presentation I have uploaded.